Everything that you see here, not including the cases, I am able to travel with in 2 bags for free. And I'm going to show you how I do that in this video. Alright, I just touched down in Chicago. And yeah, sorry I didn't get to film the whole packing process, but I'll show you guys the breakdown of how I got all that gear into these 2 bags here in a second. But now I got to daisy chain them together. And we're just waiting for the rest of the crew now. The producer is getting the car, and we have like a 2-hour drive down to Champaign, Illinois, where the conference is at, and we're actually staying in the same hotel as the conference, which is convenient because it means we don't have to lug this stuff all around in the rental car and whatnot. It's one spot for the weekend. I forgot we have David, so I don't have to... All right, time for breakfast and then work. Let's see. All right, okay, let's do this. It smells good in here. Okay, so we had a very fast start to the day. 30 minutes set up. I built the BlackMagic. Well, actually, David built the BlackMagic for me to cover the very first opening speech. And now I'm going to go ahead and grab some B-roll, set up the FX3. We also have David's running R3?
R3 on the RS4.
An R3 on the RS4, and then a BlackMagic Pocket 4K with a DZO zoom running around for B-roll as well. So a little bit overkill on the B-roll side, but that always looks good to the clients to have more than less. So this is where we're doing our interviews. Obviously, I haven't set anything up yet, but gonna motivate the light coming in from this direction here. Big soft source. Gonna use my F22 and shoot it through. Actually, this is just a bed sheet because B&H couldn't ship quarter silent grid in time.
Where am I looking?
Like here-ish, or like in the chair. I don't know if we need... I think we'll probably do something like that, but look. Now take it away. Okay, bring it back. Yeah, that's a nice happy medium. What did you do? Just so it's not as direct. Oh, God. Yep. Good call. Yeah, let's do that. I don't know if I have another stand.
Yeah, I don't know, but the university one, it logs you in till like 4 a.m. tomorrow or something and just keeps you logged in.
I still got the tube too if you want to spread it. If you end up wanting to spread it a little.
I want it to be setting up an edge light. Well, first, let me do this. Turn it off and on. Yeah, it's doing something. It's like this. Shout out to Cord Bag. I got these for Christmas. Really great organizational piece. I like to use it in place of a Pelican case when I'm flying because it still protects my equipment well, but cuts down on weight. Just because that would mean setting up these interviews tomorrow, if we can. You want to get more? Might be easier. And I let my other crew sort of cover the rest of the interviews after I set up the lighting, and now I'm doing some B-roll outside. Another one of my crew members covered this, but I always like to sort of double up on stuff just to make sure I have everything from the point of views and the angles that I like, and then I like to fall back on their footage for anything else. This is some pretty cool stuff. It's geothermal drilling. This is actually the second time I've shot for this client at this conference. Last year, it was in Vegas, and it was a little bit larger, but it's still cool to come out here and see these drills and get to film some cool, technical equipment and stuff that, to an extent, interests me as well. So, yeah, we'll keep you up to date. Today's only day 1 of 2. It should be more of the same tomorrow. We're going to do some on-the-fly interviews, and I will try and get some more B-roll of that, as well as the interviews that we're shooting in the conference room itself. Just taking a short break here in my room, and I just got a notification, and it sounds like for the first time in 50 years, Southwest is going to cancel their free bag policy unless you're like A-list preferred, business select, or I think that's really it. Then you have to pay for your bags. And even those people only get 1 bag for free. So this is a bummer because I've really been using Southwest for a lot of my business travel. And of course, the fact that they don't go to many cities. For example, here in Champaign, Illinois, we had to drive 2 hours from the airport. But obviously, taking Southwest, we saved a significant amount of money on the baggage and the ticket prices themselves. So it all generally works out. But now it looks like we're going to have to think about looking into new airlines, maybe American, United, or Delta. Some of the more standard ones. We'll just have to do the math and see what works best. The one thing I was not able to find was what their new media baggage policy would be. Hopefully it would just be a set rate that's a little bit lower than, whatever the typical baggage rate fees were. But yeah, bummer. I'm going to get back downstairs, but yeah, too bad. Let me know if you guys in the comments know anything about what their new media baggage fees. Again, this happened, I just got the notification, I think 7 hours ago, that it's going into effect on May 25th, 2025.
The interaction with everyone has been great. I don't know that it could get any better other than having more people, but how many people here have been here more the first time? A quarter of the audience stood up. So the benefit for them is they're going to be able to talk to people like me who've been in it 40 years. The benefit for the 40-year-olds or the veterans is that they're going to be able to instruct and guide the new people coming in, because we need young people like yourselves. Seminars and things like that. But the real benefit is the interaction you get with your peers, with people in the industry.
Great. What's the biggest benefit of being an IXPA member in general?
The benefit is, once again, being able to, first of all, get the benefit of all the instruction we have, of all the teachings we have, being able to be
Climate Control Group for education excellence in new training curriculum. And it continues. We have a lot of excellent people in our industry. Jens Panico of Buffalo Geothermal for his leadership, advocacy, and innovation in the geothermal heat pumping.
All right, day 2 at the conference and the final day. Some more interviews, and then we have to film a virtual town hall at 10:15. So a whole lot of the same as yesterday. Same 3 gimbal cameras, same 2 interview cameras, same crew. Just a little bit less lively. That's a wrap. We're all done with interviews. We have one more panel to film in the main room, and then we're out of here. So, we missed that. Clean it up.
Nicholas Bosch, B-O-S-C-H.
And then what's your title?
CEO and founder of GTD Desco.
Headed back tomorrow. Got a couple productions next week. And an interesting conversation to be had about hiring other contractors and what to do when they fall short of the task that you assign them. I had that happen today with somebody who was covering me for a small but important gig that is for a legacy client, and they sort of dropped the ball. But yeah, I want to sort of talk about how you guys handle that in the comments, and do you give that contractor a second chance? How do you approach hiring them again? And those types of things. But ending this one on a high note, we've got a lot of editing ahead of us, and looking forward to a good next few weeks of travel.